This is the question asked in today's SkillTrack daily challenge. So in the first line of our input, we are given an integer n as input, and after that we are given n lines of input, and in each and every line we are given two integers. So this represents the length and breadth of a rectangle. So we are given n rectangles length and breadth, and after that we are given an integer x as input. So here the integer x is equal to 2. So the last integer is x. And now let us calculate the area of each and every rectangle. So the first rectangle area is 5 into 2 10, and for the second rectangle the area is 6 into 4 24, and for third rectangle also it is 8 into 3 24. So like this we have to calculate the area for all the rectangles. So 6 into 3 is equal to 18, and for the last rectangle it is 5 into 4 20. So now we have calculated the area of all the given rectangles. So now we have to, so in the first two lines of our output we have to print the total number of rectangles and the total area. So the total number of rectangles is equal to 5. So I am printing 5 in the first line of our output, and in the second line we have to print the total area. So the area of the first rectangle is 10, and for second it is 24. So like this we have to add all the values. So 10 plus 24 plus 24 plus 18 plus 20. So when we add all these values we get 98. So this is the value which we need to print in the second line of our output. So now we are given an integer x as input. So x is equal to 2. So what we have to do is we have to remove the second rectangle. So the second rectangle is of length 4 and breadth 6, and the area is equal to 24. So after removing a rectangle, the number of rectangles count will become n minus 1. So initially there were 5 rectangles, so it will become 5 minus 1. So this second rectangle is deleted. Suppose if x is equal to 3, then we have to delete the third rectangle. So in this case it is 2, so we are deleting the second rectangle. And now again we have to calculate the total number of rectangles and total area. So when we are going to calculate the total area, we should ignore the second rectangle. So 10 plus 24 plus 18 plus 20. So when we add all these values, we get 72. So in the last two lines of our output, we can see that we are printing 4, which is the number of available rectangles, and the total area is 72. And in between the first two lines and the last two lines of our output, we are printing the length, breadth, area of all the available rectangles. So we were given 5 rectangles. So after deleting, there will be only 4 rectangles. So we are printing those 4 rectangles length, breadth and area. So our task is to implement a class named rectangle which performs these actions. So most of the code is already given to us. So let us see the code which is already given to us in the question. So this is the code which is already given to us. So let us see what we are doing over here. So first, an integer named n is accepted as input, and then an empty list named rectangles is being created, and then we are creating a loop that iterates for n times, and in every iteration of the loop we are accepting two integers, length and breadth, and we are passing it to the rectangle class, and we are storing the object returned by the rectangle class into the rectangles list. So using the append function, we are appending the object returned by the rectangle class. So after this, we are accepting an integer x as input. So now all the inputs have been accepted. So soon after accepting all the input, we are printing the rectangle count and the total area of all the rectangles. So using two print statements, we are doing that. And then we are deleting the x minus 1th object. So we are deleting the x minus 1th because when we are storing in a list, the indexing starts from 0. So that is why we are deleting the x minus 1th. So after deleting the x minus 1th object, we are iterating through the updated rectangles list, and we are printing each and every object. So after printing each and every object's length, breadth and area, again finally we are printing the updated rectangle count and total area. So now let us understand what are all the methods we need to define in the class named rectangle so that we will be getting the correct output. So first we have to define the constructor named init. So the constructor must accept length and breadth, and it should assign the values to the class variables. And whenever a constructor is being created, we have to increment the variable named rectangle count, and using the length and breadth, we have to calculate the area and we have to add that area with the total area. So these are all the functionalities that the constructor must be performing. And then we are deleting the object, but in this code we are not manually doing anything to reduce the rectangle count. So we have to override the delete method. So whenever the delete method is called, we have to decrement the rectangle count as well as we have to decrement the area of the particular rectangle which is being deleted. So we have to override the delete method and add these functionalities in order to update the rectangle count and total area. So these are the two methods which we need. But in this code, we are directly printing an object, so which is not possible. So whenever you are going to directly print an object, it will be converted into a string and a hexadecimal value will be printed. So in order to get the length and breadth, we should be overriding the str method also. So while overriding the str method, we have to return the string in the required format, like length is equal to self.length and then breadth is equal to self.length. So like that we have to override the str method in order to get the desired output. So now let us see the actual code. So first we have to create a class named rectangle. So the syntax is class and then class name. So I am giving class and the class name should be rectangle. So I am giving rectangle. And then I am creating two variables named rectangle count and total area, and I am initially setting both of the values to 0. So the rectangle count is also equal to 0 and total area is also equal to 0. And now whenever an object is being created, we have to increment the rectangle count and we have to calculate the total area. So in the init method, in the arguments we have to give self, and we were given two values, length and breadth. So I am accepting them in the arguments. And now we have to assign these values to the class objects. So here I am setting self.length is equal to length and self.breadth is equal to breadth. So after this, we also have to increment the rectangle count. So using a dot operator, I am accepting the class variable. So rectangle dot rectangle count plus is equal to 1. So whenever first object is created, now the rectangle count would have been updated to 1. And when another object is created, the rectangle count will be updated to 2. So whenever this constructor is being called, then the rectangle count will be incremented. So now we are incrementing only the rectangle count. We have the values of length and breadth. So the area will be length into breadth. So we have to calculate that value and add it with the total area. So again, we have to use the dot operator and access the total area, and we have to add it with the length into breadth of the current rectangle. So in the next line, we have to implement a logic for that. So now whenever an object is going to be created, then the rectangle count will be updated, and simultaneously we are also calculating the total area. So whenever in the main code which is already given to us, we will be printing the correct values of rectangle count and total area. And now after printing the total area and length, we were calling the delete function. So we should also override the delete. So here again I am overriding the delete, and in the arguments I am accepting the self. So now we know the length and breadth of the current rectangle. So before that we have to decrement the rectangle count, because after deleting, the rectangle count will be decremented by 1. So rectangle count minus is equal to 1. And now we also have to update the total area. So the rectangle dot total area must be subtracted with the self dot length into self dot breadth, because that will be the area of the deleted rectangle. So now when the delete method is called, the particular object is deleted and the rectangle count is decremented and the total area is also updated. So now we are left only with the str method. And the reason for overriding the str method is we were directly printing the object in the code which is given to us. So which is not possible. So whenever an object is being directly printed, it will be converted into a string and we will get some hexadecimal values. So in order to avoid that, we are going to override the str method. So in the str method, we have to just define how we should be returning the output. So in the arguments, we will be accepting the self. So here I am defining that is I am overriding the str method, and in the arguments I am accepting the self. So this will have two parameters, length and breadth. So self.length will be the length and self.breadth will be the breadth. So we can return the output in the required format. So it was given in the question that length is equal to, so like that we have to return it, and to calculate the area we can just multiply self dot length into self dot breadth. So this is how we have to define the class named rectangle in order to get the correct output. So this is the logic for today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.